Alrighty, welcome to our chair yoga class today. Let's take our comfortable seat and take a few moments to wiggle the squiggles out and see how your body's feeling. Just wiggling, maybe stretching or twisting side to side. Just taking note of any places of tension and places of ease and comfort. And then settling into your comfortable seat, placing your hands on your lap. Palms can be down or palms can be up. And I invite you to tune into class today, being aware of your breathing, being aware of your limbs, your arms and your legs, and your feet and your seat grounded into the earth. Taking a minute or two to breathe in and out, softening your breath with every exhale. And then gently opening your eyes, drawing your arms, your palms out to the sides, palms facing forward. Just stretching your arms, stretching your fingertips wide. Dropping your shoulders down the back. And just breathing up from your fingertips, up your arms, into your heart. Expanding the heart, and then exhale everything, moving down your arms and out your fingertips. Again, inhaling up through the fingers, up through the arms to the heart. On your exhale, slide the breath down the arms and out the fingers. One more time, breathing into the heart. And out the arms and fingers. Bring your hands together, matching at your heart space. If you'd like to set an intention for class today, maybe there's a word or phrase that comes to mind. And breathing 3 times into your hands, into your heart. On your next inhale, raising the hands high overhead. Turning maybe to the left, sweeping your hands down to the side, hands come back to the heart. Twisting to the other side, reaching the hands high, sweeping the palms back down to the floor, hands together, back to the heart, raising them high through the center, twist open to one side, palms reach down, sweep back to the heart, raise the hands high, twist open to the other side, palms come down, and back to the heart space. Starting to slide and dance your hands and shoulders side to side. You're like you're on a little swing. Just rocking back and forth, finding some loose movement in those shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Back to center, taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Releasing the hands, bringing one hand to the side of the chair. We're going to reach the opposite arm out to the side. So we can do this in stages. You can either stay here and start to really stretch that arm out to the side, holding onto the chair, or you can bring that arm anywhere in this rainbow. So maybe it's out at more of a 45-degree angle, it could be straight overhead, or it could be reaching towards the side wall. So wherever you're at, just trying to open your heart towards the front of the room. Reaching, breathing. And then slowly bring your arm back down to the chair, holding both sides of the chair, pulling your shoulders down, really pulling on the chair so you're strengthening your arms, dropping your shoulders down your back. This is a really great chest opener here, strengthening the arms, stretching the upper chest muscles. And then releasing that one hand, draw it out to the side, holding the chair with the other hand. Again, you're welcome to stay here and reach out towards that hand, or you can start to sweep it a little bit higher. So maybe you find somewhere in this rainbow to hold and stretch, whatever works for you. Again, drawing that heart, squaring your shoulders to the front of the room and stretch, pushing equally into both of your hips. Breathe. And then slowly come back through center. Again, pulling on the chair, squeezing your shoulder blades, lifting your upper chest, drawing your shoulders down the back, lifting the heart. Pausing here for 3 breaths. And then release the shoulders, dancing them back and forth, one side and then the other. We're going to draw both arms wide in a T and tilt side to side. So coming down maybe into a 45-degree angle. Stretching the fingertips wide. Back through center, other side. Back through center, arms in a T, bringing both palms back to center, back to touching. And then we'll stretch our taffy long and wide, bringing the arms out and bringing the hands back. So just a light feeling in your arms, stretching this taffy or cotton candy, finding your arms just feeling like they're floating in the sockets back and forth. And then bring the palms back to the heart. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Let's bring our hands down to your knee. So if this is my right knee, I'm going to cross my leg over the other leg. Hold, clasp both hands. Bring them on top of my knee. And again, draw those shoulders back, lifting through the upper chest, top of the head, towards the ceiling. The chin is still nice and parallel to the floor. And then from here, we're going to twist. So I'm gonna bring my left hand to the outside of that right knee, and my other hand, I can either hold the chair or I can open my arm. However it works to twist your heart open to the side. Pausing and breathing here for 3 breaths. And then bringing both arms back through center. This time we're going to twist to the other side. So bringing my right hand to the inside of the knee, or my elbow is almost going to match my knee. And it could be your wrist, it could be your shoulder. Or we're going to bring the opposite arm behind us. Or it could come up to the ceiling. So now you have a leverage here. You're going to push your arm into the knee and twist open to the other side. So the front arm is straight. There we go. And then come back to center. Both hands come to the knee, sitting up nice and tall, lifting the chest, squeezing the shoulders back. And then we're going to bring that knee up and make some nice circles with that hip. So you might hold the top of the knee with one hand or 2 hands. You might even hold under the thigh if that's more comfortable. And make sure you go about 5 circles in each direction. Drawing that knee up as high as you can in the center, pulling it toward your chest. Or maybe you're just holding it off the chair gently. And then we'll release the knee, placing the foot back to the ground. Both hands come to your thighs, pressing your palms into your thighs. So feeling the strength in your arms. Relax, flex, shake out your hands a little bit, and then come back and press. Press hands into the thighs. And then release, shake them out. And one more time, press the hands into the thighs. And release, shake out your hands. All right, other side. So we're going to lift up the left knee, cross your leg over. And you can hang one hand on the knee, and we're going to twist over to the left this time. So maybe you're holding the back of your chair. Heart is twisting to the left. Maybe your belly is engaging, sitting up a little bit taller. And then slowly coming back to center, sitting up tall, clasping the knee. And then we're gonna add our release to the right. So the front arm, my left arm here is going to be straight, and I'm gonna see if I can bring that forearm, my wrist, or my elbow somewhere in here to the inside of my left knee. So I'm really gonna press it there, and I'm gonna open my right arm out to the side and behind me. So you might have to wiggle a little bit to get a spot where it feels like you're leveraged and feels like your heart is twisting and opening to the side. So press into your knee, open your heart, open your arms, maybe gaze to the side, maybe gaze to the ceiling, twisting a little bit more. And then let's slowly sweep that arm back to the center. Bringing both hands to the knee, rolling the shoulders down, lifting that upper chest, squeezing the shoulders, And then we'll slowly lift the knee off the other knee. So finding our hip circles, holding the knee or under the thigh. 5 circles in each direction. And then when you finish, you can bring your knee to the center, and if you can draw your knee into your chest, lift it up as high as you can, pulling that knee, holding and breathing. And then we'll slowly release that foot down to the floor, dancing one shoulder up and then the other shoulder. And moving into a cat and cow, we'll do a little seated sun salutation. So let's inhale the arms overhead, fingers touch. Exhale, sweep the hands down to your thighs, lowering your chest to your knees, gaze to the floor, feeling a nice flat back here, extending from your hips, up your back and out the top of your head. We'll inhale slightly, coming up halfway, so your back's at about a 45-degree angle. Squeeze your elbows into your sides, pressing the palms into your knees. And then we're gonna lower again. Back is flat, 90 parallel to the floor. And then pressing into your hands, slowly coming back up to seated. And we'll draw the arms with us. Inhaling, arms overhead, fingers touch. Exhale, arms lower down, back to your thighs. All right, so let's do that little sequence 2 more times. So we'll inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come down, hands to your thighs. Lower the back, gaze to the floor. Breathe a couple times. Press into your hands. Inhale to come up halfway, 45 degrees. Elbows squeezing into your sides. Drawing the heart forward. On the next exhale, lower the belly to the thighs, gaze to the floor. Press into the hands to slowly come back to seated. Inhaling, arms come up overhead, fingers touch. And exhale, hands back to your lap. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down to the thighs, belly comes down, body parallel to the floor. Take a few breaths. Lengthen the back, lengthen the spine. Inhale, head comes up halfway, 45 degrees, hugging those elbows into your sides. Palms flat to your legs. Exhale to lower, back parallel to the floor. And then slowly press your hands into your thighs to rise back up. Sitting tall, inhale, arms overhead, gaze looks up. Exhale, hands sweep down, hands to your thighs. All right, let's shift into a little bit of our energy balancing movements for the day. So let's start with our tapping the cheekbones. Grounding our stomach meridian energy, connecting to Mother Earth. And then bringing the fingertips down to just below the collarbones, about an inch away from the center. You can either massage these points in little circles to start, if that feels good. You can always come into tapping, connecting to our kidney energy, our water element. And you can also use a fist if you wanted to get a little bit higher vibrational thumping into your body here. Any of those options works great. So breathing in through the nose. Let's take a deep exhale, sigh out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Pause, holding these points. And then bringing the fingertips to the center, tapping or holding or rubbing. Bringing energy to our thymus, invigorating our immune system. Breathing in through the nose. And exhale, sighing out the mouth. Pause and hold this point. Drawing your hands to your side ribs, about halfway between your waist and your shoulder, or your armpit. You can tap with your fists, you can make little circles or figure eights here. I'm going to start with some tapping. You can always have a lighter pressure. You can always also just go in the field, in the air around you. And then let's bring our full hand on the side of the ribs, pausing, breathing. And here it's always nice to do a little bit of expansion in the rib cage. So really feeling the breath moving in a 360-degree motion. So we're holding the ribs, so you'll definitely feel the side to side. And probably the forward and back with your thumbs and your fingertips. And then sweeping your hands down to your hips and down to your thighs. Moving into our crossover pattern, I'm going to raise my right arm, bring my right hand to my left shoulder. Breathe in. Exhale, draw it across to my heart and across to my opposite hip and rest on my thigh. Left hand comes to my right shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Cross the hand to the heart, the opposite hip and down to the thigh, and then keep switching. So right hand, left shoulder. Breathe in and out and cross. Left hand, right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out and cross over. And moving at your own pace, just crossing the body right to left, left to right. Connecting both hemispheres in the brain so we can be more centered and connected. Operating with all cylinders on board. And then pausing with your last one, we're going to raise the arms forward, cross both arms to your shoulders, tops of your shoulders. And taking 3 breaths in and out. Draw your hands forward, crossing at the heart, taking 3 breaths in and out. And exhale, hands come down the belly to the hips and down to the thighs. The unscrambling exercise, because we're sitting, I'll give you 2 different ways to do it. So the standing version is crossing both of your feet and then crossing your arms, matching your palms, clasping your hands and tucking under. So that's probably the easier way to do it. So for those of you that want to do it that way, you can stay there. And the other way, if you want to try it, is raising one ankle onto the top of the knee. And we're going to do a pattern, a crossover pattern with our arms. So when you see the ankle, it's going to be the same hand that matches that ankle. And then, so my right hand is going to come across and hold the bottom of my foot. And then you can sit up tall, inhale, and exhale to round forward. Inhale to sit up tall, stretching the back. Exhale, deflating. Couple more times. Last one. And then whatever position you're in, you can either release your foot or untuck your arms and legs, and we'll do the other side. So if you want to do the one we did first, the crossover, and then with your legs, and then cross over your ankles, and then you can cross your arms, turn your palms, match, clasp, and tuck under. This is version 1, so you can hold this the whole time, or I'll move into the figure 4 position. So if you would rather do that option, you bring your foot to the top of your knee. So this is my left foot. So I'm going to use my right hand to my ankle. My left hand will come across and hold the bottom of my foot. So I'm really squeezing my baby toe, all my toes, and the pad of my foot. So again, you can take a deep breath in, sit up tall, and exhale, release and tuck your chin. Inhale to sit up tall, and exhale to collapse. So a couple more times, moving at your own breathing pattern. And last one. And then when you're ready, you can either release your foot or untuck your arms and legs, coming back to seated equally on your chair. And then everybody can bring your fingertips together. We're going to bring our thumbs together at the third eye. This helps to set those energies we just unscrambled, helping us to feel aligned and grounded. Breathing in and out, pausing here. And then bringing your fingertips down to the middle of your forehead where your fingers just were. We're going to open up the head. So opening and separating the forehead, coming back, fingertips to the top of the forehead, pulling apart, tucking behind the ears. Then you can go all the way down this center line of your head. So you can press in deeply, pulling the energies from the right side and the left side all the way down. Maybe even come down your neck a little bit. You can come up and do that one more time. Separating, pulling this energy off of your head. Maybe even massage the scalp a little bit. Feels good to move all of that congested energy from thinking all day. Pulling it off. Drawing your hands, holding your hands on the top of your shoulders. Taking 3 breaths in and out. And then bringing your hands to your heart. And bringing your hands down to your belly and back down to your thighs. All right, so let's do a little bit of finger motion here, and then we'll do a little bit of our neck stretching, and then move into our resting pose. So taking your hands and just opening them wide, and then squeezing them and making a fist. So just back and forth. It's amazing how many times you can do an isometric, and the more and more you do it, it starts to build all these little muscles in your hands. So really making a fist, bending your fingertips, curling them all up, squeezing your thumbs in, and then opening back up. So make sure you're getting your thumb in there to squeeze the thumb. And if you're really working your fist, you'll start to notice that your arms are also engaging. Across your chest is engaging. As you slide your shoulders down your back, you can really tense up all of your arms and then release and stretch them wide. So let's do that 3 more times. Give them all the squeeze your arms and hands you can. Release. 2 more times. Squeeze. Release. And last time. Squeeze. Release and stretch. And then we'll bring their palms down to our thighs. And let's do some neck movements here. So let's tuck the chin and bring it back to center 3 times. And then drawing the right ear over to the right and back to center 3 times. Back to center, left ear, left side, 3 times. And then if tipping your head back is comfortable, tipping your head back 3 times and back to center. Otherwise, you can always go back and tuck your chin 3 times. So from those 4 motions, let's go back and spend a little bit more time in a deeper stretch with each of them. So let's start with tucking the chin and just letting your head hang, noticing the back of your head stretching. So let's pause here for 5 breaths. And then slowly draw the head back to center. We're going to tip the head over to the right side, really opening the left shoulder and the left arm. Again, pausing here, just letting the head hang for 5 breaths. Maybe bringing your right hand to your right ear, slowly pressing your head back to center. And we'll do the left side. So drawing your head over to the left, opening the whole right arm, the right shoulder. 5 breaths here. Take your left hand, bring it to your left ear, slowly lifting your head back to center. And then one more time, either you can tip your head back, looking to the ceiling, or you can again tip your head forward, depending on how your neck is feeling. So just gently opening your throat, allowing your throat to open. Gaze looks up, 5 breaths here. Notice maybe your upper chest is also opening. Just a light stretch. If it's a little bit too much, just come out of it a little bit. And then slowly tip your head back through center. We'll do one more little exercise before we close. So let's bring some energy to our hands, rubbing them back and forth. And then think of one area in your body that you would like to send a little bit more love and attention. And whenever you've settled on that point, you can release your hands and place them somewhere. So maybe it's your knees, maybe it's your heart, your shoulders, maybe it's 2 hands on one spot. I'm going to bring them up to my neck. And let's pause here, taking 5 breaths in and out, just sending all that love and compassion from your hands to this spot on your body. And you can continue to leave your hands there if that's comfortable for you, or you can bring your hands back to your lap, finding a comfortable seat, resting your shoulders. Maybe you find your eyes in a soft gaze, or maybe closing your eyes. We'll take a few minutes to settle and rest. Allowing the breath to rise and fall in a natural pattern. And just bring your awareness to the sensations in your body, in your mind, and grounding through your feet into the earth. Deepen your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your belly, your heart, your ribs, and your shoulders. Noticing that 360-degree breathing. And as you're ready, you can start to squeeze your thighs, rub your hands back and forth, maybe wiggling your toes, rolling your ankles in circles. And we'll come back to the room, back to our seat, extending the arms wide, palms forward. Again, let's work with those shoulders, so let's lift them up to the ears and then lower them down the back, squeezing them on the back. Inhaling, squeezing the shoulders, lifting them up. And exhale, lowering back down. Last time, inhale, really draw the shoulders up and squeeze. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. And then wiggling the arms out, shaking the hands. Drawing the hands back to the center at the heart space. If you set an intention at the beginning of class, coming back to it now, noticing how it feels in your body. And breathing 3 times into your hands, into your heart. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Namaste.